How you guys doing? Great, great, great. I'm excited to be here. This is an excellent, excellent school. I don't throw that around lightly. I literally mean Church Farm School is an excellent school. It's the highest accolade you can assign to a school. That's excellent. That's the most a school can aspire to be. That's the pinnacle of being an academic institution. Harvard's an excellent college, university. And Church Farm School is an excellent school. Shipley, where I graduated, also excellent. As a student of an excellent school, many of you are, the most you can attempt or even aspire toward achieving is excellence. No matter what you do, no matter how good you do it, the most you can be here as a student at Church Farm is excellent. That's why the grading system measures the level of excellence or non-excellence that you are achieving when you're here, right? However, as a graduate of excellent school, the bar gets raised. As a graduate of an excellent school, you are now equipped with tools to achieve greatness. You are now equipped to achieve greatness. As an individual from an excellent school, you can never get away from the fact that you went to an excellent school. No matter what you achieve, great things or not so great things, you did go to an excellent school. So always remember that. How do you achieve greatness? Well, you take everything you learned at that excellent school. You take everything that your parents did, or your single mother did to get you into that excellent school. You take all the advice that was given to you by the adults at that excellent school, even if they weren't part of the school literally, such as myself, and you apply it to your new life as a graduate. You attempt to achieve greatness, and that is how you will do it, by remembering. And I remember when I was first told that I would be going to a private school. I remember that I was a great public school student. I thought I was terrific. And I was getting straight A's at a public school in Philadelphia. And my mother announced to me that I would be leaving that public school and going to a private school. I had no idea what she even meant. I said, "You mean I'll be going to a school by myself?" She said, No, you'll be with other high-achieving kids like you. Kids are going to do something with their lives. That kind of scared me. I said, "Okay, cool. What do I have to do?" She said, "No, it's not a big deal. You take a few tests. You're a genius, so you'll get in." So I was tested at Episcopal, Haverford, and Waldron Academy. And I discovered something about myself. I discovered I was not a genius. Not even close. They were all very nice to my mom and said, "We appreciate you're trying to get Robb in." My whole name is Robb, not Robb. We appreciate you trying to get Robb in here, but he's not, Robb is not ready for anything. But maybe try again in 9 years or something. Shipley came about, I don't know how, but she said, "Don't worry about those other schools anyway, they're no good. Forget them." I said, "Mom, those were very nice, your mom, I saying so, they were quite nice compared to where I go here." She said, "Look, just heard from Shipley, taking a test, and things will be different." I said, "Are you sure?" She said, "Yeah. Wait till you hear from Shipley." You guys, I do a comic strip called JumpStart. My back is blocking me. Right here. Draw you characters from JumpStart. It's a comic about a police officer married to a nurse, they have 4 kids, and they have associates, friends. JumpStart has like 40 rotating characters. Like, if a comic strip has 5 characters rotating in and out, that's a lot. JumpStart has 40 characters weaving in and out. You can go to gocomics.com. I'll write it down. If you've never seen it, go to gocomics.com and you can see JumpStart without buying a newspaper. This is Joe. This is his wife, Marcy. Marcy is sort of based on my wife, sort of. My wife, Crystal, sitting right here. She rejects the limelight. But would you stand up for a second? That's right. She's 4 feet 11 inches, and she was standing just now. I'm kidding. You're 5 feet tall. You know, I kid. JumpStart is in hundreds of newspapers. And you guys, had I not been accepted to Shipley, I don't believe I would be a syndicated cartoonist. Now, some people disagree with that. They say, no, you had God-given talent and all that kind of stuff. You know, you probably, I don't think so. Because to get syndicated, you have to deal with fierce and harsh rejection. And it lasts for years. The kind of rejection you can only get at Shipley. My art teacher at Shipley was tough. Didn't play the game. Didn't want to hear any nonsense. You didn't want to see my derivative and unoriginal drawings of something else I had seen somewhere. You didn't want to see the Incredible Hulk. You know, she ripped my stuff up into little pieces and get out of here with that. That's garbage. And my friends all said, you can sue the school now. I said, really? They said, you can sue. She can't tear your stuff up and everything. I said, I think she just did. Chris Wagner changed my life. She changed my self-image as an artist, made me understand what it means to be an artist and not a guy who likes to draw. Chris Wagner. Still my friend to this day. She still speaks to me and everything. She's sitting right here. Stand up for a second. You forget. She said, I never ripped anything up. You forget. She said, I never ripped it up. All I said was, it was horrible. Okay, so you emotionally ripped it up. When I arrived at Shipley, I felt a lot like you guys when you arrived here. I mean, I know a little bit about some of your lives. So some of you guys, me and you, you know, we kicked it, right? I know you got guys from Rwanda, Brooklyn, very similar. Guys from all over the world, and I know that coming here must have been a shock to your system. Like, when you first got here, you just been like, whoa, what is this? This is weird. When I got to Shipley, first of all, they accepted me, and their letter of acceptance, like you would never think that Waldron and Episcopal and Haverford had just rejected this same guy. Shipley said, we're so thrilled. This is in a letter, and in writing, it kind of felt like, we're so thrilled to have you join the Shipley family. My mom and I jumped on a train and came out here on the R5 local, whatever it was, and it's beautiful, gorgeous. Same thing, that same attitude. He said, we're so excited to have you here. Isn't this amazing? I said, yeah, this is amazing. Where are all of the other boys? They say, you're it. This is a girls' school. But we're co-ed now. I said, really cool. That's great. That's very exciting. Real quick question. Where are all of the other black kids? They say, you're it. we're diverse. I said, are you sure? Shipley just had rich white girls. I was like, wait a second, your last name is what? You know, that kind of thing. So if you think you were shocked coming here, I was more shocked going there. But Shipley did something right away. It showed me that like there are kids who are ambitious academically. They just love school. Like those girls love school. By the way, I overstated it. There was another black kid, okay? Like another black dude. Me and him was still cool. We have to be, you know. You know what I mean? Band of brothers, you know. And there were older black females boarding. Like Shipley had boarding and non-boarding like this, but it's different because boarding students, they were all girls, and it was tricky keeping all the males out of an entire half of the campus. It was cut in half. That yellow police tape just had to cut the whole boarding department out eventually because that's a lot to deal with. But Shipley taught me that these girls, they love school for a reason. They had dreams of higher education. They all knew they were going to go to college and stuff. I didn't know what they were talking about. He said, oh, I can't wait to go to Wesleyan, you know. And my brother, he's at Yale. And my sister, she's at Brown. So I'm torn. I'm thinking Yale. I'm thinking Brown. I'm thinking black. Like I didn't know what school. I didn't know. I thought this was it, you know. But Shipley was hard. It was harder than college. That's all you needed really was Shipley. And Chris Wagner. That's all you really, that's all I needed, right? You guys, I want you to begin, I want you to begin reading my comics. Start reading JumpStart. This is true. This being developed on TV. I don't know if this would actually be. Long way to go. I don't know whether it will actually be on TV. We're pitching for TV this month, like 2 weeks. God willing, I don't know. This is not my first time. Disney almost made JumpStart into an animated show in 2015. Yeah, I mean, don't clap for almost. They were thrilled about it for like 4 months. I was like, this is great. You know, one day they said, we don't, you know, we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. So it just, how it happens, it goes away. But it is exciting because it convinces me that I have achieved something greater with JumpStart. I've been able to talk about family life and being a dad. JumpStart has 4 child characters in it. I get to use my own children and material. Even though my own children aren't kids anymore like this. They're not like little kids like the JumpStart kids. Like Sunny, that little girl, was based on my daughter Tess, actually. And when Tess was that age, I really paid attention to her. I would use everything she said. Everything she said and did would end up in my comic strip. Right? She's 28. Right? Is that correct, Chris? She's 28? Lose track. About 21. Like, okay, I get it. She just blew my mind as a child. I would just marvel at the things she would say and do. And I would put it right into my script. Not all the time. Once in a while, we'd be at dinner, and she would say, Dad, I need to tell you, I can't eat that chicken right there. What's wrong with that chicken? She says, I'm a vegetarian. I said, you're 6 years old. What are you talking about? Yeah, I know, but I can't eat meat. I said, well, that's great, honey. That's a healthy decision. You know you've got to eat vegetables, though, right? That's what vegetarians do. They all sit around and eat vegetables. You've got to start doing that. She said, I do that now. I love vegetables. I said, you do? Like what? She said, like macaroni and cheese. That's a vegetable. know if it's a vegetable, but it is a funny cartoon. So that kind of thing always ended up in JumpStart. This little dude is based on my son, Rex. This is JoJo, JumpStart. Rex is now 24 years old. And I have twins in the strip, Teddy and Tommy. This is Teddy and Tommy down here. And they're not based on anything. I just completely totally made them up. I don't have twin babies at home. So don't send me baby clothing or anything like that. People do. They send me little things. I don't know what to do with them. So, JumpStart has improved my life as a dad because it has made me appreciate, even now, my children are adults, it made me appreciate them when they were little. And I still write about them. This vivid recollection of fatherhood. Young men, church farms, you're within the sound of my voice, as my pastor would say, don't have any kids. For a long, when you hit about 50, that's when you're mature enough to think about having kids. Think about it. Because having kids is no joke, okay? Now I should know. I was raised by a single mom in Philadelphia. I never had an experience living in the same house with my father at all. Look, I know a lot of broken families, and they would see the father. You know, I would see some dude's father. I said, oh yeah, there he is. That's your dad. I said, yeah, there he is. I said, oh yeah, that's your pop right there, really? That's okay, cool. They looked at me, my little friends. Where's your dad? That's an answer. I don't know, man. He said, well, question, have a dad? I said, no, I don't have that. I did not have a father. My mother, Armstrong, was dynamic, very impressive human being, and she was more than enough parenting for me. However, she had her limitations. 5 of us, and my oldest brother, Billy, a lot to deal with, and without a father in the house. Billy was just larger than life. Outside little dude. He just ran around the neighborhood doing all kinds of things, weird things. He would just show up, and we were a poor family. I didn't realize how poor we were until I became a father. You know, we were a poor family, and Billy would show up with a bike. He just have a bike. He just come in. I was like, is that a bike? He's like, shut up. I was 6, he was 7, 13. He was like a little pain in the neck. He was, you know, came home one day, he was on a horse. Just, is that a horse? This is West Philadelphia, okay? Is that a horse? Shut up! Billy would do impossibly crazy things at stolen bike of his. He would do stunts. One time he took a spill, took off his entire face. He went up a ramp, he landed on his face. My mom was always right there to intercept me, like, don't look at Billy's face. I was crying, let me see your face. I'll never forget my brother's in bed, I couldn't see his face. I said, let me see it. What happened? He said, Robbie, shut up, get out of my room. Don't look at my face. I said, why not? He said, because you're going to start crying if you see it. I took my whole face off. As I wanted to see it, I can take it. He said, really? Because if you start crying, I'm going to punch you in your face, all right? I said, all right. Then take a look at it. My brother turned around, you guys. He had taken all the skin off his face, and he had knocked out all of his teeth, except for 2 Wolfman things. It was like Halloween. He turned around like, ha! I ran out. Face was back. Teeth never came back. My mom bought dentures. Swapped out dentures on. Hey, Rob, you see something? I was like, what? He was like, watch this. My brother only lived to be 13 years old. Billy used to play around. We lived at 56 in Walnut, Westwood. That's where I grew up. And the Market Frankfurt L was so close, you hear it every day, all day, every day. Billy would mess around with Market Frankfurt L, him and his friend. One day, Billy got caught in the doors of the Market Frankfurt L. He was torn into two pieces. When I was 6 years old, I saw my oldest brother. Well, you know, I admired him. I thought he was incredibly fearless. My first book was called Fearless, named after him. I thought he was amazing, but I saw him in a casket. I was so little, I couldn't even see in it. He was just in there. Like my brother Mark, Paul, my brother Mark said, Billy's in there. I said, no, he ain't. Billy's dead, bro. He's dead. I'm trying to tell you. He's in there. That's a casket right there. I said, I don't believe it. And my brother Mark picked me up like that. I can see it. Some people ask me, when did I know what I was going to do? So I ended up being the youngest syndicated cartoonist in the country. When I signed my deal in 1989, I was the youngest syndicated cartoonist in America. It's because when I saw my brother, life snuffed out at 13, I knew life is too short to play around. My mind was made up basically when I was about 6 years old to become a cartoonist. And I would read the comic strips like the Philadelphia Bulletin. We don't have that anymore. And I would look at other cartoons like this guy. Recognize that guy? That's right, that's Charlie Brown. Chet Blair answered the question. Nobody else knew it was him. By the way, Chet Blair, I want to thank you for, he broke his neck to get me here, and I didn't thank you when I got up here. It was not cool, and I did not thank you. And Cheryl, thank you so much. Your hospitality is amazing. In fact, my wife and I will be moving into your house, I believe, tomorrow. Is that correct? Exactly. Thank you. Forgot to mention Greg Holmes sitting out there. Thank you very much. All the shifting team, you didn't have to eat at the same table, not really. You could have spread it out. Candy, could have spread it out. No, I'm surprised there's not a green tablecloth on that table. It's ridiculous over there. Thank you all for coming out here, I appreciate it. Forgive me, I'm dressed just like I went to school here, right? I'm dressed in my burgundy and gray. That's right. That's right. Chad, you're right, this is Charlie Brown. All you gotta do is do that. If you can trace the plate you're eating off of, you can draw Charlie Brown. He's a round-headed boy. Got a little bit of hair there, you got that, he's got this, he's got this. Chris Wagner, please forgive me, I did not make this up. This is not my comic strip, I'm copying from another man. Relax. This is Charlie Brown, created by Charles M. Schultz. When I signed my deal, I got a chance to meet Charles M. Schultz. His friends called him Sparky Schultz. I got a chance to meet Sparky Schultz. Signed my deal to do JumpStart. I'm getting ahead of my story on it. When I was 11 years old, my shift was only a year away. I didn't know it. My mom had this thing percolating in her head, get me away from everybody I knew, everybody in the family, my own family, everything. I want to get you away from everything you know and love. Save your life. I didn't know it. My brother below Billy's name is Mark. Mark was out late one night, walking home from school, walking home. He had a girlfriend named Bunny. Take Bunny home, and he walked back. One day he was walking back at night, and cops were out there. There was robbery in my neighborhood. Cops were around. Brother Mark thought, usually it's kind of scary out here, but I'm going to walk toward those cops. It's like a block from my house. I'll walk that way. It's less scary. He walked toward those cops. And one of them said, hey, to the other cops, there was 3 cops there. He said, hey, there he is right now. That's one of the N-words who did this. And they snatched up my brother, tuned him up in the back of the paddy wagon, drove him downtown, stripped all of his clothes off naked, and beat him near death, beyond recognition. They called my mom and said, come get your son. He's out here creating mayhem, causing problems. Which is really bizarre because, like, my brother Mark, I'm not saying he's an angel, just he was a sickly boy. He's a sickly man now, and he's super nice. Like, he's far nicer than I am. He's a quiet, humble, meek dude. He's just, you know. So my mom's like, he's down at the police station. Why? He's out here kicking up all kind of ruckus, whatever. She said, okay, I'll be down there. She went down there, and she didn't recognize him. She was beaten up so bad, and she walked right by him. He said, Mom, I'm right here. You guys, when I became a man, in this world, the world's going all cuckoo. Trump is elected, cops are killing anybody they don't like, the looks of, and all that. People are like, Rob, can you believe this? I said, yeah, because from the time I was 11 until I left to go away to Syracuse University, my mother was in a fight with City Hall, Frank Rizzo, who makes Trump like he's in kindergarten. And the city of Philadelphia set the rail system, and she was fighting for justice for 2 of her sons. And when she said to me, Robin, I'm going to get you into shipping. I don't really care what Haverford said. I don't really care what the Episcopal Academy said. It's only upon reflecting on my life that I realized. She said, I can save one son. I have the power to save one son. I'm not scared of City Hall. I'm not scared of SEPTA. I'm not scared of anything. She wasn't. She wasn't scared of cancer. Cancer visited my family when she was 49 years old. I was in my senior year at Shipley. I said, Mom, good news, I got my letter, I'm going to Syracuse University. It's about to jump off, it's all happening. She said, what? It's kind of early. I said, yeah, I got it early. Here we go. Couldn't have done it without you. You knew I could do this. And she did know. She knew I could do it. Because there was a time when I didn't know. Shipley was not easy, you guys. But I did love 7th grade. I loved it so much I did it twice. She knew that I'm surprised Shipley even took me. After this first terrible week, I'm surprised, baby. You know what I mean? Hey, we've got good news. We're giving you a second chance. I was like, wow, that's amazing. I had some amazing math tutors. My biggest problem is I didn't understand math at all. Fellas, plan to get rich. Learn math. Okay? You can't go without it. You need it. And Kate grabbed, sat me down and said, look, you have a bright future ahead of you. I'm going to teach you how to do math. You know how you like to draw, write your little stories and all of that? You love it? I said, yes, I love that. She said, that's how I feel about math. Kate Crab taught me the arithmetic that I know today. After school, when everyone was gone, she was sitting down in the school library and she taught me math. I was able to succeed my second time around in 7th grade, thanks to Kate Crab. I spoke at the Groton School in Massachusetts, and this was a few years ago before COVID, and I was telling that story, and like, she was there. I was like, wow, Shipley can't get rid of it. It's everywhere. That's right. That's right. Mom knew. I said, Mom, I'm about to go to Syracuse. She said, that's great, son. Look, I got to tell you something. I'm very excited for you, but I'm not going to see you graduate. But I'll see you off to Syracuse. I'm very happy. I said, first of all, Mom, what are you talking about? And what's with this grim thing that you're not going to be there to see the grad? What are you talking about? She said, son, I have cancer. I've had something called multiple myeloma. It started in my bloodstream, and now it's taking over my organs, and my condition is terrible. I'm not going to live more than 6 or 7 more months. So, you're going to be on your own. But I'm good. I've seen my youngest son off to college, and I want to be at the bus station and all that kind of stuff, so I've lived long enough. I said, Mom, what are you saying you lived long enough? Once you're gone, that's it. I got nothing. She said, you got a gift from God. How many people have a gift from God? Like what you have? Stand there, draw right out of your mind things you've seen somewhere. Like I love Snoopy, guys. Love Snoopy. Love that he could build a doghouse, not fall off. Love Snoopy. I got syndicators. I signed my deal with United Features Syndicate. That's the same syndicate that syndicates Peanuts. I signed my deal. My editor is the same editor as Charles Schultz. And when I signed my deal, I said, oh, I have an idea. Her name is Sarah Gillespie. I said, Sarah, why don't you introduce me to Charles Schultz? She said, why would I do that? I said, because Sarah, I wouldn't be here without Charles Schultz. She said, so? I said, come, I'm sure you know the guys. She said, very well. I said, well, could you get him on the phone at least and give him a call? And I just real quick say something. She said, Rob, you understand that every cartoonist is syndicated starts talking crazy like this? The answer is no. However, you want to send him one of your comic strips, I'd be happy to give you his address. And I mounted one of my favorite strips. It was going to hang on Snoopy. Snoopy hang on. Marcy's in the shower. She's singing. You know, Marcy's this character right here. Marcy is singing. Hang on, Snoopy. Snoopy, hang on. Dun, dun, dun. Joe comes in the bathroom and says, what are you saying? She says, I'm singing Hang On Snoopy. One of my favorite songs. He says, you know they're saying Hang On Sloopy in that song, right? She says, no, they're singing Snoopy. He says, no, let's go look it up, whatever. Trust me, they're saying Hang On Sloopy. She closes the shower curtain. She thinks, huh, that's weird. Hang on Sloopy. Huh. And she continues singing Hang On Snoopy. And I sent that cartoon to Schultz. And months and months and months and months later, through a third party, this collector used to help me sell my originals. I don't do this anymore, but I used to sell my originals to this guy and get a percentage. This guy was real close to Schultz. He said, I understand you're a big fan of Peanuts. Would you like to meet Sparky Schultz? And I was like, yes! And I walked into his compound. Guys, he's in Santa Rosa, California. I walk in, he's got all his accolades. It's big like this. Snoopy's on a doghouse, fighting the Red Baron up here, and all these presidents, and all these accolades, every trophies and whatever. And then he popped his head, just like this, same thing. He had an office that was up like 2 stairs like that. Door, he poked his head out and said, Robb Armstrong, my goodness, come on in. Okay, I'm not going to tell you how I felt. It was crazy. I walked in, and he had a very smart workspace. His desk, table, drawing table. He had a bookshelf. Nothing up on his wall except one thing. Frame above his drawing board, my hanging Snoopy cartoon. And I said, oh my goodness, this is really amazing. But I see what you did there, like, you knew I was coming here, and like, dug that out of the drawer, framed it. That's a nice move. That's very nice. I appreciate you going through all that. He said, what are you saying? Did you saw me coming, and you're like, let me just quickly, that's not what happened? He said, no, why would I do that? He said, Rob, JumpStart has what Peanuts has. Great characters. You're extremely talented. You can do this job for the rest of your life. Just don't listen to other people trying to tell you what to do, especially from the syndicate. They're distributing work, they're talentless people. They don't know anything. Don't listen to them. You follow your instinct, keep doing what you're doing. You got it. You got the magic touch. I'm telling you right now, I'm a big fan of you. And I found out years after that another strip I had sent to his wife was framed like that in his house, in his living room, next to his easy chair. He was long deceased by then. It was his favorite chair, his fireplace, his carpet, and his dog, and JumpStart. Like, you guys, he was not joking. In 1994, he called me up and said, "Hey, quick favor." I said, "Yes. Would you mind if I change one of my characters' names?" I said, "Wait, what are you asking?" He said, "The little black Frank. You've seen him?" I said, "Yeah, I've seen him." He said, "He doesn't have a last name. I'm doing a DVD called You're in the Super Bowl, Charlie Brown. I think he needs a last name because all the kids run out and their names are called. Except for him, he's got the name Franklin. How would you feel if I changed his name to Franklin Armstrong?" I said, "I would feel honored. That's great. Thank you." He said, "Good." Click. And then Franklin Armstrong was born. I didn't tell anyone about this until 2007. Call was in 94, 2007. I told his widow, people about that. And she said, "Why didn't you tell me this?" I said, "Well, between me and him at the time, I don't know, it seemed like anyone would care." She said, "Everyone's going to care." She alerted NPR. In 2020, in the middle of the COVID pandemic, she and I talked about Franklin. Then I got a call from a company in Canada called WildBrain. WildBrain owns all the electronic rights to Peanuts globally. WildBrain owns Yo Gabba Gab and a whole bunch of other properties. They're jeweling their crown as Peanut Snoopy, right? They're doing all these specials and all that. Doing for WildBrain. Said, "Hi, this is Stephanie Betts. Do you know who I am?" I said, "Yeah, you're WildBrain." She said, "Yeah, we want to have you do a Peanut special, like a Charlie Brown Christmas and all that. Let me have you write." I said, "Wow, I'm real close to." I said, "I'm real close to Franklin. You know I'm real close to that dude? He has my name." She said, "Yeah, you can make it about him. We're Snoopy. We don't care." Right after that, I was invited to be on a documentary called Who Are You, Charlie Brown? It's on Apple TV Plus right now. You want to go look at it, see me, don't get excited. I'm not on it that much. There's a lot of Al Roker, a lot of Billie Jean King. I never met them, but they're just there, a lot of them. And then if you hang in there, like Snoopy, long enough, you'll be like, OMG, there he is. I thought he was mine. Who are you, Charlie Brown? My mom knew. She said, "Son, you got a gift from God. I'm not worried about anything. You're going to be all right." I said, "Mom, you got to fight this cancer. You can't just roll over." 3 minutes. Chef there something else? Right there in front of that. I'm talking about, yeah. 3 more minutes. So, my mom said, "Don't worry about that. I'm going to fight this thing. And at the very least, I'm going to see you down to the bus station at Greyhound." And she did. She went down to Greyhound and she said, "Congratulations, Robb. First one in this family will come." By then, she was already on a cane, and she was diminishing. Cancer was taking its effect. I was wasting a little time. She was 49 years old. I was 19. I was at Syracuse 1 month, and she was gone. You guys, I made sure I talked about a lot of good things before I dropped all that bad stuff. I need you to understand, success is not dependent on things going well for you. Success isn't dependent on things going your way. That's not success. It's a fairy tale. It's ridiculous. Success is for the strong, fearless, mature. Success is for a human being. Keep going. After someone said no, someone forced said, "Get out of here." God forbid someone you love is not even here to see you succeed. That's what success is. Success is for all the kids who are coming to church farms after. You'll be here on the same stage talking to them. I don't want to start naming names. I start to name the boys by name. That really impressed me. I just want to make the boys who I didn't name hate me. So I'm not going to do it. My wife and I feel a certain way about a certain young man. We all know who this young man is, so let's go figure it out. He wrote me a long email today. It's like, thank you for talking to us. It's been amazing. I'm like, yeah, this, and you taught me this and that. Email like that. I got it today. I talked to the guy yesterday at lunch. Amazing young man. All of you, young men in here, need to remember my email. Super easy to remember. I can get off the stage. I want you to remember RobbArmstrong.com. And do what Franzel did. Did I say his name? Do what he did and reach out to me, let me know how you're doing. Sometimes you just want a guy to talk to. Sometimes things don't go your way. But success is still waiting. My mother already knew. She never got to my wife, never even met my children. She passed out at 19. But she already knew. And just like you, I was going to school, tight, loving. Shipley had the love Church Farms had. The Shipley family said, Doc, she was dying. Doc, what can I do to help you? She said, keep an eye on Robert. She makes it through Syracuse. And that family made sure I made it through Syracuse. If they had just done it for 4 years, that would have been tremendous. But they hung in there for 40 years. I'll be eulogizing Courtney Clothier, Isaac Clothier, on Saturday. Promised her I was 19 and spent the rest of his natural life keeping his promise. When I stand here and say up front, I don't have a father. I never saw my father. All this fatherless boy nonsense. You guys, if you're like me, and there wasn't a father in your house, look around here. You're not fatherless. I'm not fatherless. I lost my brother. I got one. This is my brother. And that's her. Sometimes your brother looks different. So never forget who your brother is, family. Then you'll know.